This week in superheroics, DC's legends get a crazy new ally, a sinister new villain, and I apparently start talking like an advertising executive. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm Phil Boothman, and in the future, you're not heroes, you're legends. Greetings superhumans and welcome to The Trinity, the show where I pick my 3 favourite superhero news stories from the past week and then clobber them with my words and feelings because I got turned into a big angry hunk of rock with no penis after I travelled to another dimension and I'm kind of getting down about it. Firstly, it looks like a certain wall crawler will have a much bigger part to play in the upcoming superhero war than we all expected. And I'm not talking about Marvel versus DC. Cool your jets, nerds. That's right, it looks like our friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man will have more than just a cameo in next year's Captain America Civil War, at least if Devin Faraci of Birth Movie's death is to be believed. And remember, this is a guy with almost Humberto Gonzalez levels of prescience when it comes to this kind of thing. My latest theory is that they're both time travellers sent from the future to tease us all into a nerd coma with hints about upcoming superhero movies. Faraci states that not only will Spidey appear in the movie, but he will show up for multiple scenes and even get a fight sequence of his very own, which is described as being profoundly dorky and unlike any other big screen superhero fight. Taking bets now, I've got strong odds on Spidey giving Hawkeye a wedgie. It's a comforting possibility for all of us expecting the wall crawler to pop in for a quick fan-pleasing cameo. But as always, take this as marked with a big old rumour stamp until it's confirmed, which may not be until the premiere of the movie itself. Hello? Humberto Gonzalez and Devin Faraci, can I borrow your time machine, please? Either way, it's looking like next year will be our first glimpse of the brand new Spider-Man, and here's hoping Faraci is right and we get to see some incredibly adorable Spidey action in the Civil War. Next up, after premiering at San Diego Comic-Con, the rest of the world got to see the Merc with a Mouth in action, as the first trailer for next year's Deadpool movie hit the internet hard. Far from the inexplicably muted version of the character we saw in Wolverine Origins, known in my house as that movie we don't refer to. The latest incarnation of Deadpool is just as violent, foul-mouthed and self-referential as we've always wanted him to be. Here are the highlights. Upon discovering cancer in his liver, lungs, prostate and brain, smartass Wade Wilson states that it's nothing he can't live without. A no-holds-barred slam against Ryan Reynolds' previous superheroic outing as he pleads for them not to give him a green animated suit this time. Ed Skrein and Gina Carano, aka Posh Spice and less angry Rosie O'Donnell. The bridge/freeway sequence we all remember from the leaked concept footage. The guy who remembered to wear the brown pants. Daddy needs to express some rage. Colossus and the awesomely named Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Sword fighting, the triple headshot, and finally the various descriptions of Wilson's post-cancer appearance from Weasel, played by comedian TJ Miller. You look like an avocado had sex with an older avocado, and a line which is already one of my favourites of all time. You look like Freddy Krueger face-fucked a topographical map of Utah. I know, I usually try not to swear on this show, or at least to bleep it out, but to hell with it, I'm leaving that one in. All in all, it's a seemingly much more faithful take on the character, and I, for one, am really glad they got to slap an R rating on this bad boy. PG-13 Deadpool, well, that just wouldn't be Deadpool. The movie itself is due out in February next year, but until then, grab yourself a chimichanga, or 17 and go and enjoy the trailer. And finally, a pair of casting announcements for DC and CW's new superhero show hit the web this week, and things are set to get pretty exciting for our favourite televisual superheroes. First up, Falk Henschel has been cast as Carter Hall, better known as his slightly ridiculous alter ego, Hawkman. Hawkman is, of course, the reincarnation of an Egyptian prince fated to be reborn throughout time along with his soulmate Kendra Saunders, played in this instance by Kira Renee, and better known as Hawk Girl. Why not Hawk Woman? Huh, DC? Both of whom can access the powers of the Hawk god Horus and become winged super warriors with big maces. For anyone keeping score, Yeah, I still love comic books. Hawkman, or at least Carter Hall, is scheduled to appear on both Arrow and The Flash before making the transition over to Legends of Tomorrow, where he will presumably be joining the fight against this next guy. Because Danish actor and Harry Potter name candidate Casper Crump has been cast as the villainous Vandal Savage. Savage is an immortal who has spent 6,000 years influencing various dictators and despots throughout history in an effort to set himself up for world domination. I just love comic books so much. While Crump isn't particularly well known outside Denmark, just look at him and tell me he isn't perfect for this part. Seriously, tell me down in the comments if you can think of a single better actor to play this role. Go on, I'm waiting. Anyway, Henschel and Crump will be appearing alongside Victor Garber as one half of Firestorm, Brandon Routh as the Atom, Katie Lotz as the White Canary, Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell as Captain Cold and Heatwave, Kira Renee as Hawkgirl, Franz Drame as Jay Jackson, and Arthur Darvill as Rip Hunter. And DC's Legends of Tomorrow is set to debut in early 2016. So what kind of dorky stuff do you want to see Spider-Man do in his big Civil War fight scene? How would you describe Wade Wilson's face, and be as sweary as you want? And just how much more awesome insanity is the CW planning to pack into Legends of Tomorrow? Because I want it all. Leave your answers to these questions in the comments down below or on Twitter with the hashtag StaySuper, and they could feature in the next Alter Ego video blog. And until next time, stay super.